Hi guys, it's Caroline, career coach and mentor, and today I want to make a video specifically on a question that I get all the time, and that is, how do I put together a successful career strategy? Now, we are intentional about a lot of things. So, for example, when we want to run a marathon, we have a plan, a diet plan, a training plan. When we organize our weddings, when we plan for a vacation, whenever we want to do something and reach a certain goal, we have a plan, a strategy. But when it comes down to our careers, a lot of us don't have a plan. We drift from job to job. We fall into situations by promotions, by being tapped on the shoulder, doesn't matter how, but we're not often intentional about the choices we make in our career. We just go with the flow, right? Well, so I'm here to really share some insights about how you can start your career strategy. So there are 3 phases I work on with any of my clients that go through the career success program. And the first phase is, for me, your foundation. It is almost like your heartbeat. If you don't have the right foundation, nothing is going to work. So think about it like a house. If you have a crooked foundation, the house is never going to work. The house is never going to be straight, and you're going to have problems after problems. That's the same with the first phase of your career strategy. Now, with your career strategy, this first phase is often overlooked by a lot of people because it's the most intensive phase, and most people want to go to the second phase or the third phase. So let me explain the first phase. The first phase is getting career clarity. So what do I mean with career clarity? It's like building up your confidence and really acknowledging what you have done, your skills and experience. Don't take them for granted, and knowing what you can bring to a company, why they should hire you or why they should promote you in the first place. So getting that clarity, getting that confidence, and being very decisive of where you want to go and where you want your career to head in the future. Now, the way I do this with my clients is first by demystifying their entire career to get an understanding what the building blocks are to put together that right foundation. And then we start creating that perfect pitch, which is your elevator pitch, is how you communicate to anybody else that's not in your center, that what you can bring to the table, articulate your skills and experience in such a clear and concise way so people get it, basically. So that's first phase, getting clear. Second phase of your career plan and your career strategy is more the shiny stuff, is getting your resume up to date, getting your LinkedIn profile polished and optimized so that headhunters and recruiters and other managers actually can find you. And then thirdly, how a cover letter actually works and how you can complement that to go with your resume. Now, like it or not, your resume is not a bunch of words on paper. It's your first impression, and you want to make an awesome first impression. If you're like any of the senior managers that I work with, you have a lot of experience. You have a lot to offer to an organization, and to just have a resume that is like mediocre, that's not going to stand out. That's not going to grab the attention of those headhunters, recruiters, or HRP professionals. So you need a resume that really stands out and that you're proud of, that represents you, that you're confident when people ask you, send me a resume that you're confident in sending because you are 200% sure it's a very accurate representation of you, not a bunch of words on paper that you copy and pasted or that you have created when you first got out of uni and just add on, which most people do. So that is basically the second phase, is getting your self-marketing material really up to date and outstanding. Now, this is important whether you are looking externally for a role and you're applying, or even internally, because raising your profile using LinkedIn is really something that you need to do whether you're actively looking for a job or not, because it's your personal brand. And your personal brand you only can do if you're crystal clear when you make your elevator pitch, because that's your core message, your key message that you use to tell the world what they can expect from you, and where you want to go, and what value you can create for an organization. So that's the second phase, your self-marketing material. Now, the third phase is also quite an exciting phase. They all are exciting. But the third phase is really getting that strategy down pat. So that is raising your profile. Like, how do you navigate LinkedIn? How do you tap into the hidden job market to really lift your profile and get noticed by the right people? And then the second part is interview techniques. Now, most people said, yeah, Caroline, I can interview. Like, I've interviewed many times in my life, and I wouldn't expect anything less. You are where you are because probably you're good at your job. But remember, the higher up you go in the corporate ladder, everybody is good. Everybody reaches a certain point because they're good in interviewing, they're good at their job. So you need that extra stretch to actually really get clear and get your message across to the other person. And that's what you need to learn. You need to master interview techniques that actually have just a little bit more than your box standard interview. So that is basically how you put together your strategy. You look at the three phases, and you start at the beginning with getting crystal clear. Then you move on to your authentic self-marketing, and then you put together the bow, or the ribbon and the bow together. You put together your full strategy. You're raising your profile and your interview techniques. So that's basically your plan to getting where you want to be. Now, one more thing that I want to say. Interview techniques is also not only when you want to go externally for a job. That is also important when you're internal, when you actually need to, in a performance review, when you need to explain to your manager you want to go for that promotion, or you want to go for that executive level role. You need to also use these techniques, those interview techniques, to actually stand out. Now, if this resonates with you, I invite you to book a free strategy call with me. Now, this is not going to be one of those sales calls where I will be yapping away. This is just a conversation between you and I, for me to get an understanding where you're at, and then where you want to be, what the gap is, and how we can bridge that gap. And from our conversation, you will have so many valuable insights. That 30-minute conversation will be probably one of the best conversations you've had about your career in years. And if you choose to work with me at the end of it, and if you say yeah, let's make this happen, then that's okay. If you choose not to, that's fine too. So either way, you will have invaluable insights about how to progress and what the next steps are. So I would invite you to book a call. I will pop the link below this video, and I hope you found this video insightful, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.